Okay, so I've been thinking, and it's been an idea that's been floating around my head. I don't know if I'm the only one who's come up with it, or has even put it into words. One thing about the atheist community is that we don't have a culture. There's very good reason for that. Culture is so tied up with religion. Religion dominates culture. It permeates. You can't really have a culture without some form of religion. Like the Native Americans, they have a culture, but it's based around the great creator, the crow, the animal spirits, and so on and so forth. Whatever they call it these days. That is their culture, but it's based on a religion. It's a faith. How could you put it? It's a way of life that they revolve around. The ghost dance is an example of that. Now they're trying to bring it back. The unfortunate part about trying to bring something like that back, is that most of the Native Americans have accepted Christianity as their religion. So really their idea of faith has been skewed. They're not Native Americans anymore. They're Christians. Christianity has its own culture, so it doesn't make sense to try and bring back that way of life. And so to be a Native American based on that culture, you're basically going backwards in time. And that just doesn't do anybody justice. It doesn't do anybody any kind of justice at all. And it's actually an injustice, is what it is. And we see this with atheists in general. They one of the scariest parts of accepting atheism is that they have to accept that their whole way of life, because religion permeates everything. To accept atheism, you have to accept that your whole way of life is a sham. And that is one of the hardest parts to accept in dumping your faith, is accepting that it's all garbage. I mean, we're talking the way that we dress, the way that we have sex, the way that we eat, the way that we drink, the groups that we attend. It's all junk, and it's difficult to deal with. I mean, look at how hard it was for the Native Americans to accept Christianity. It was not a pretty picture. The Crusades, so on and so forth. It's just okay. Those are good. I mean, those of us atheists who have found it easy to accept atheism, and there are a few of us out there. I mean, once I got around the garbage that I was trying to instill into it, I myself didn't have a culture. I couldn't be bothered with it. It fucked everything up. It fucked up my way of thinking. Culture is a way of life, and you have to accept a certain way of life before you can be afraid to lose it. And so there is a big stumbling block in the road to atheism. Accepting a non-way of life. If that makes any sense to anybody. Shit, now I need a level.